How ayahuasca saved my life. I have my own story in one of my other videos in depth, so I'm gonna keep it very short and sweet and simple over here. The main way in which the medicine saved my life was by allowing me to actually come to the source of the pain that was destroying it. I thought my life was perfect, but somehow I was an alcoholic, drinking at least 4 or 5 times a week, and not just a glass of wine, but until I will end up blacking out. And because it was on dates or in parties, I thought I'm just being social. It's just part of being a cool social guy. But drinking often came with other drugs: cocaine, ecstasy, MDMA, GHB, basically anything that somebody will offer me when I was drunk, I would say yes to. And the problem with this is that, as you can imagine, things spiral out of control quite quickly, especially if you have a decent amount of money and a decent amount of free time, but there's no greater thing in your life, no deeper sense of meaning, nothing higher to aspire to, then it's so easy to chase pleasure. And in my case, I was chasing women, sex, parties, drugs, short bursts of pleasure and high that I paid with my health, with my relationships, with my peace of mind. I overdosed a couple of times. Fortunately, I didn't end up in a hospital, just out in a park in the middle of the day, and with a lot of guilt and shame around that. And what ayahuasca did was, it allowed me to understand myself. It didn't judge me, it didn't tell me, whoa, look, you've been bad, you've been a bad boy, you need to be punished. No. I was expecting that, if I'm honest. I thought, oh, I'm gonna drink this, and I've been very terrible with women, terrible with my body, distant from my family, I lie a lot. And then what it did was have compassion with me. It showed me memories of my childhood that I didn't remember happening because they were so painful. And it showed me how, since I was very young, I was trying to run away from them. Through video games, through schoolwork, then eventually through alcohol when I was of age at 14. Through women when they started paying attention to me, and drugs when they were available. And it showed me that all of these were not problems but solutions, just unsustainable solutions that I was finding to deeper pain and grief and sense of unworthiness, of shame, of resentment and anger, especially towards my mother. So ayahuasca saved my life by allowing me to understand myself, to have compassion, and to let go, fully let go, and forgive myself and my parents for the pain that I suffered. It allowed me to come to terms with my heart, to make peace with people that had hurt me in the past, previous partners, previous friends. And out of that peace, there was no need to run away into anything. There was no need to take drugs. There was no need to be promiscuous. I learned through ayahuasca what love is, because I felt very loved by nature, by the source of creation, by the medicine. I felt that everything was forgiven because there was nothing that was wrong. Sure, I had acted out of unconsciousness, and I was collecting the fruits of my own ignorance, but life was never out to punish me or to condemn me. That was something I had picked up from religion and my family. So ayahuasca saved my life by showing me that I could start again with dignity, with peace of mind, that I was forgiven, and also giving me the experience of compassion so that I could forgive myself, forgive those who wronged me, who hurt me, and also ask for forgiveness to the people that I realized I had hurt. It changed my life because out of this renewed sense of self and self-love that came after drinking medicine and connecting with it properly, after that new, I don't want to say identity because it was not an identity, but it was an experience in my heart. I started treating myself differently, with respect, with love, caring about what I eat, when I sleep, what I do, how I work, who I spend my time with, who I do no longer spend my time with, how I connect with women, how I connect with men, how I treat my family. It allowed me to redesign all of my life. Before, it was a life of chasing money, sex, pleasure, and it was bound to end up I was bound to end up, I don't know, maybe in jail or dead out of an overdose or on the streets being an addict. And it saved my life from all of that, and it gave me a sense of virtue, clarity around what I'm here to do in this world. The peace of mind to not have to chase anything, because nothing feels as good as being sober. I do not drink anymore. I do not take substances. I do not lie. I do not treat women poorly, nor I treat myself poorly, nor I allow women or anybody to treat me poorly. Because we often allow others to treat us, but never any worse than we treat ourselves. The problem is that this is a bar that is quite low for most people. So ayahuasca saved my life by giving me a second chance, by showing me that I could also start over, and that there was so much beauty that I could create and so much love and wisdom that I could distill from such a dark history. It gave me a second opportunity. It allowed me to live life from a place of love, as an expression of my joy and not as a pursuit of happiness or pleasure. That is how ayahuasca changed my life, and if you're considering to drink ayahuasca, I hope it changes yours. I hope you live what I lived, and if you're unsure about where you can go, there are some links below. You can come to our retreat center. If you already signed up somewhere else, you can also take the course that I designed to help you prepare and integrate properly. That's it for now. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.